You alone will control it. Yes, she a professional bam bam roller. She say bring it, come and whip me down, don't let nothing get in between us. Well, I catching a feeling right up on your bumper, baby. I know where you're from, Miss Lady. I love how you dip and go down there. I know you're not easy. Long time I've been waiting for you. I have something for you. When it's time to leave in the morning, and you feel for somebody, you could come and look for me. If you want to jam, well then call me. I still love the DJ at the end of the party. It's when she look and she tell me, Dios, baby. Tick tock a Dios, honey. Tack tock a Dios, baby. So let me ease up the tension. Dios, baby. Push back a Dios, honey. This time is all yours, baby. So let me ease up the tension.
Yeah, voice of the one, Cassie in the morning time. Take a commercial break, and then when we come back, it's interaction here on the Stars. We step into the morning scoop. Continue to keep your dials locked in.
Tuesday, November 28th, there'll be thousands of dollars to be won. A lotto jackpot of $300,000. A new
Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Next lotto jackpot, $300,000.
More reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$700,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot from midday Tuesday, November 28th. It's $700,000.
More jackpot money. More reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6
Hardware has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And now, get the same low prices on all your light hardware needs. This holiday season, get 20% off all paints, windows, and doors at General Hardware Supplies. That's the lowest price anywhere in SVG. So this Christmas, come to General Hardware at Arnisville for all your painting, building, and light hardware needs. This massive 20% off paints, windows, and doors. Bring the colors of the world. Now available at General Hardware Supplies.
Dream house, renovating or updating, we supply high-quality engineered hardwood flooring, luxury planks, and a wide assortment of stylish trims. We also supply wall and floor tiles and tiling-related products. How about your staircase? We have railings, posts, stainless steel, wood, and glass to make your selection and shipping service from Canada to SVG. Contact Marlon.
I hear that Gunsam's master paint is great and the quality is really good. You know anything about that?
Last year, I bought paint at Gunsam's for the inside of the house and it looks great.
Do they have paint for the outside too?
Yes, Gunsam's has paint for the inside, outside, concrete, and galvanized roof and floors.
You convinced me. I think I'm going to try Master Paint. I sure hope I get a good price.
Well, you won't be disappointed. They have 15% win right now.
Only 15% discount? I could get higher discount somewhere else.
Hold on, friend. Remember, all discounts are not alike. It's what you pay that counts. Go to Gunsam's for the best quality paints.
Visit Gunsam's Hardware on Granby Street between the NIS car park and Kiss.
What if you could marry that idyllic view of the outside to the warmth and comfort of the inside? No more barriers to that perfect panoramic view, filling up the entire room with natural light and cool breezes, creating that seamless transition. Kendra's aluminum products. Two spaces have now become one smooth flowing space with a simple flick of a handle. Blur the lines and make your sanctuary spectacular. Enjoy outdoor living. Transform your living spaces. A room with a view now belongs to only you. Visit our showrooms today and ask about our bifold patio doors. Another quality product from Kendra's Aluminum. Kendra's Aluminum Products exports to all islands in the Caribbean region. Call our export team today for assistance. Kendra's Aluminum Products Limited, a tradition of
National
excellence.
Lotteries Authority is giving you more this Christmas when you purchase an Instacash ticket. Yes, buy a bingo or cash stash ticket and you can win. Easy to play, and you can win instant ham or grog for the holidays. Get your winning coupon stating ham or grog at any Lotto agent and redeem at the NLA headquarters, Smalls Avenue. Non-winning coupons will state Happy Christmas. Eligible coupons can be redeemed up to January 15th, 2024. Promotion ends December 31st, 2023. Win instant ham or grog. NLA terms and conditions apply.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
The tourism industry in St. Vincent Grenadines employs thousands of hardworking men and women, providing services as taxi, term vehicle rentals, and comfortable accommodations. Many have been trained, licensed, and approved. Be sure to only use tourism-approved service providers. A message from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority.
Sandra, where are you going in such a hurry?
Y'all, I have so much stuff I need to buy. I need to get to town fast. Plus, it's end of month.
But what you really need to buy, so?
Well, I need to look for a swimsuit for my son. I need vacation, and I need some nails to fix the door, and I have to get something to eat. Oh, yes, and I need to buy some grease and go bank to get some money for all that.
But Sandra, you can get all those things at the Joshua Center.
But true?
Yes, girl, everything.
The Joshua Center has everything for you, from clothes to decor, and even grab a drink and lunch too. It's all here, just for you.
The SPG National 9 Mornings Committee, celebrating a unique Vincentian tradition. Beat an oil drum, knock a bottle and spoon, bring your own Christmas character, and join us on the streets of Kingstown for a vibrant, colorful parade of splendor. Dance groups, community groups, sweet sounds of pan, bum drum, lights, and more at 6 p.m. Receive and witness the official turning on of the sparkling lights in the square. Enjoy an evening of blessings and clean entertainment from SVS Performance. LA 9 Morning Festival 23, Sunday 3rd December at Heritage Square.
Yes, you heard it. Happens this Sunday in the square, turning out of the lights. Of 9 Mornings 2023, right in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The morning with you, time to get interactive as we step into the morning scoop, as always, giving you that opportunity to talk with the issue. Vincent and the Grenadines, and a reminder to be part of it, 451-7827. With me, of course, as per usual, the brothers in the chair, looking quite cheerful. Yeah. Morning, how are you doing? Is it because Christmas is in the air?
You know when you talk about in the chair, it's a bad thing, right?
No, you're on the chair, in the chair and on the air.
Oh, okay, because I want the chair.
A toad. Good people don't sit in those kind of chairs.
Good morning, Eddie, and good morning to all of our listeners and our viewers on live. Julian Jackson, the first time I see the name there. Oh, and Julian listening all the Ghana. I say this is the first time I see the name. So good to Julian, first time I'm seeing you, so welcome. Daki, Isel, Tammy, Val, Ian, Faye, Doreen, good day to all of you logged on. How was your Cyber Monday, ladies and gentlemen? Anybody buy anything for me?
Before we go, just don't introduce Julian to Tammy, that's all. That's all going on. We just dropped out.
You drop out, I did still. I think it's the I don't know what's going on because I see it very well. Black. Completely gone.
Yep.
You're completely gone in.
We'll try to sort it. Go ahead in the meantime.
Yeah. Maybe I should go back to Star FM, eh? Or are you on Star FM? Which one are you on? Yeah. So it's a beautiful Tuesday morning, the morning after the inaugural lecture of the Institute for Politics and Governance here for Latin America and the Caribbean, lecture by Dr. Gonzalez. I know the hall had quite a number of individuals who showed up to listen to the lecture, and I am sure. Well, Tammy is happy that you dropped out. Yeah. And I'm sure many individuals followed the program live online as well. Quite informative. Dr. Gonzalez was in lecturing mode yesterday or last evening. So for those of you who understand who didn't understand the concepts of transformation and growth, hopefully you are much better in terms of your understanding. So I know I said many of you are happy that you stayed up, and those who came to the hall, happy that you came into the hall to be part of that inaugural lecture. And he said last night that very soon the director of the institute, Augustine Fordham, would speak more about the program of the institute of education and so forth going forward. So look out for more of that. All right.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't there from the start, but got in there at the time where Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves was in full flight in terms of his presentation. Quite refreshing, though, was to see the number of students from the community college who were present, and did engage in some questions to Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, questions on the whole matter of the economy, questions relative to what the government has been doing, for youth in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and truly was a good session, and as I said, good to have the youngsters in on that very important lecture presented last evening by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves.
Yeah, man. Wait, I said something for somebody. So go ahead, because I sent an email for somebody here.
He's often emailing.
Yeah.
By the way, just to let you know that today, of course, the start of the whole matter of the road cleaning program for the Christmas season, close to 5,700. As a matter of fact, over 5,700 plus persons will be engaged in this exercise for the Christmas season. Quite a number of jobbers will be involved, and gangs also will be involved in this road cleaning exercise. Have the numbers now: 496 teams and 754 jobbers. And the process will take place in all 15 constituencies, and also some 100 truckers will be involved. The 8-day program, which starts today, is going to cost the Treasury some $3 million Eastern Caribbean dollars, right? And being done by BRAXA, of course, and an appeal from BRAXA to all motorists and pedestrians to take the necessary precautions over the next 8 days, as we all aware that during the Christmas season, there is this road cleaning program put in place, of course, to clean the roads and to make us look good. After all, we're into the cruise tourism season here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and very importantly, put a little change in the hands, in this case, of over 5,714 persons across the length and breadth of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, making the Christmas even more.
How much?
5,714 persons. That's a significant amount of persons. All right.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I'm appealing to those individuals involved, those are part of the payment process and payment structure.
Yes.
Please, the idea is for them to have a little change for Christmas.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't want to see the lines in front of BRAXA or wherever on the 23rd or the 24th. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's unfair.
Yeah. I mean, do what you need to do.
No.
Put yourself in people's shoes. Be empathetic. Because you get paid what? The 18th, the 19th, and you don't start to do your shopping. Come on. So I'm appealing to you this morning. Say I'm appealing to you this morning to please, I beg you, ask you, put things in place. Don't let something sit down in a desk on a dip for days because a comma off or a name spell wrong and so on. Do what you need to do to rectify so that the people them could get their money on time. I don't want to see them frustrated in front any building, anything on the 23rd, trying to get pay and so on. They need to shop too. They need to buy the linoleum. Yeah, man. They need to buy the little ham and so on, like everybody else.
By the what?
Linoleum.
What's that?
All right, man. Listen to me. Hey, Val, tell Denny about. Tell Denny about the smell of the house Christmas morning when the linoleum go down, man. Listen to me now.
I know about that. I only I'm being facetious here. Yeah, that smell on a Christmas morning, you go down the Christmas Eve night, boy. There's a special smell to the linoleum. Special smell.
Narissa can't agree with me because Narissa, no, I want to hit home for the rest. Narissa, all I'm saying is, I am asking to do what you need to do. That's all I'm saying. It to me, it pains when people who do the road work on the 23rd of December ain't get paid. That's all I'm saying. So whatever it is, anybody who need to do it. That's all I'm saying. You can't disagree with me that you must do everything to make sure people get paid on time. You can't disagree with that. If you disagree with that, something wrong with you. I mean, not wrong with you. So you can't disagree with that, right?
Let me implement the card on this time.
Right. Huh?
The bank card.
No, I ain't for the one-off situation. You know, I mean, I'm talking about a situation that I have seen occurring where people have done this thing before, and you know, it's late, it's the 22nd, it's the 23rd, and they get paid. And that's what I'm talking about, right? So we're talking about the smell of the linoleum, yes, and the plastic tablecloth. You know, all of those, you know,
sense.
Yeah, you know, the Christmas morning. So the people them want the house smell like linoleum too, right? That's all I'm saying. Well, if they do the cleaner in 23rd, they can't get paid in 23rd. So again, I ain't talking about a case like that. If it's an 8-day program, if it's an 8-day program or 15-day program or whatever it is, and it's done by the 10th of December, you know, let me organize, right? Nice. I see like tongue Sunday, Denny.
Yeah. Christmas night morning festivities here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines takes place on Sunday coming, and as you said, the stores, they're going to be open, the Jacks and the Careers and the Lanes, and you know, it's going to happen from this coming Sunday. And of course, coming on the heels of the month, and I know, as has been the case, there's never been a situation where there's a problem with regards to the machine or the computer breakdown. Computer breakdown this end of month.
Never. No.
So from today going forward, public servants will be receiving their salaries here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
From today?
It's either today or tomorrow.
Whatever.
Over the next 2 to 3 days.
Yeah. No.
You don't want to be 3 days.
The 28th. Yeah. So tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, definitely. And for, I mean, as a matter of fact, while I know that traditionally it's the 2 last working days, we've been doing pretty well. You know, last couple of months and so on, we've been getting paid quite early, much earlier than normal. So yeah.
You know, they talk about who had the highest and the lowest salaries. Antigua had their times, you know, where public servants 2 months sometimes running ain't collect the salaries yet.
Yeah,
that has never ever happened in St. Vincent and the Grenadines under breakdown. So this weekend coming, it's certainly going to be a buzz as we kick off the Christmas night morning festivities and the Christmas shopping, of course, in terms of the Sunday shop. Sunday, and be in town to be all part of the big launch of the Christmas night morning festivities. And I have to tip my hat to the committee, Arande, Bomani Charles, and all involved, Lennox Bowman and Company, of course. Night morning, indeed, a unique need of bringing more visitors to our island. There's the contention that night mornings is bring more people to St. Vincent, and well, that debate is going on and on and on and on. I'm gonna get caught up in it, but I know for a fact that it is at the end of the day to the benefit of this country, SVG, as we continue to build our tourism product and this night morning festivities. We just need to, continue to elevate it. and make sure that the uniqueness creates that attraction for even more persons to come here to this little land of ours. Right?
Well, regarding the discussion of Christmas versus Carnival, I think Christmas gets the participation of a demographic that Carnival excludes completely, and that's the Christian community. So I think the Christmas celebration.
So what about them who has been?
He had one or two who has been ducking. If you see that ducking on Carnival Monday and Tuesday from the pastor, if you see me ducking, it's a few who has been ducking in party and thing, hiding from the pastor and the deacon, right? Who else hiding from them? But Carnival excludes or alienates the Christian community.
Wait, let me answer Tammy. She said I owe her a 6-pack of Malta 2 years ago. Well, his stomach gone down, so it's a 6-pack I have now. No problem. Morning, Tommy.
Yes. So yes, the Carnival alienates the Christian community, but I believe Christmas, because even churches have 9 morning celebrations. They might have prayer meetings and so on during the time, but also all of the 9 morning activities include churches doing prayer and praise and worship as part of the activity, so that it encompasses. It is more accommodating for a wider cross section of our society, right? You ain't gonna see babies at Soca Monarch and Juve, but you can see babies at 9 morning. You see young toddlers and so on at 9 morning. So I think there's a wider participation at 9 mornings, and it's just a different vibe. Christmas is just a different vibe. You can go anywhere in the world and party, in a street jump up or whatever, whether it's on Eastern Parkway or what have you, and get a feel of what Carnival is. Notting Hill Carnival and so on. But nothing, and I repeat, nothing in this world compares to 9 mornings. So if you're not here for 9 mornings, you're going to miss the 9 morning experience. Full stop. And so more and more Vincentians. I remember last year, a group of guys came in from New York for Christmas for the first time in a long time. They all said, "Yo, oh, by the way, Denny, I have a song somebody sent for me, and I didn't realize it was a song. I'm so have to send it for you. A Christmas song. My partner Koyaba.
We have it, man. We have it.
Oh, you have it? Okay,
Yeah,
okay. All right, nice. And it's good. Well, he sent for me, and I didn't realize the song he sent.
Done by Charians.
Oh, it's Cherry Wood.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, and those guys came in and said, "Look, boy, forget Carnival, boy. Christmas is it." So the Vincy Christmas and the spirit of Christmas that is experienced in Vincent Grenadines is a whole different vibe, unlike any other, and more people are getting involved. But look, people spend the salary, the nice government salary. And so those who want to make politics out of the article, listen, I see some rubbish in Denny on social media. But it's not that I'm surprised. I expect to see that. I expect to see it. But real and the way some people are engaging in it, I was like, wow, nice. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Let me see this, because I said it. I got in some trouble years ago when Nawash decided to take a tape from a program and doctor it up and so on. And everybody hate me and so on. Everybody hate me and they cuss me and they see all manner of people against me for saying something that everybody knows to be true. But I do admit, I was quite robust with it, and I used certain language, certain references that weren't the best. Absolutely, I admit that. So I make the same reference, right? And so people like Val, who left St. Vincent years ago, and others. Val, between me and you, and Jill and Penny and so on, we could name a bunch of teachers and police who between the late 1980s and mid 1990s left their jobs in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and went away because of how low the salaries were and they weren't making headway. We could call name, Val. You know them. I know them. We know who they are. And the thing about it is that when they left here as teachers, when they left here as police officers, when they left here as nurses, they didn't go to New York and Canada to be nurses and teachers and so forth. Some more caregivers for the elderly, some more caregivers for children. And they made good money. Many were able to build houses, pay mortgage, take care of the family and so forth with that. But the reality is that at that point when they left, the good teaching job that they had and the police work that they had and the nurse work they had couldn't make ends meet. They got their visa. Them days they are multiple indefinite. Somebody who, if amen somebody, I'm preaching this morning, those days was multiple indefinite. You get it, multiple indefinite?
Yep.
You go up for holidays. A teacher, you go up during the August vacation. You go up in July after Carnival. And somebody organize a little hole and a little construction job for somebody that I know. Or a job as a caregiver. And when you do the maths, the money that I'm making there is double and triple because of the conversion, naturally. What are you making home? And so you ain't coming back. And never mind that many of them had it rough. Because it was the first winter. Many would tell you, see, and boy, that first winter I did it, I bawl. Because I miss my children, for those who are children, or I miss my family. It been cold. I have to go in the cold and my tummy numb. They will tell the experience. And they will also tell you the experience of friends and families who treated them like dirt. And they had to endure all of that to make life better. And some of them even said, I know of some who came back home and picked back up their work. Not because of money, but because of the conditions. Too cold. Or I mean, knock out, because the person who encouraged me to come up. After a couple of weeks and so on, they started treating me bad. I had to leave. I could buy somebody else. Knock out. You know what? Let me come back home and get me work, okay? But over the couple of months they were up there, they save a couple of dollars. They come home, there's some money. They did not mind leaving the jobs that they had here to go to the States or Canada or the UK and do different types of jobs because what they had here wasn't making any sense. What they had here wasn't making ends meet. They couldn't survive. You think it easy? You working as a teacher in the 1990s and you're making $600 and $700 a month? Eh? I like that comment from Rochelle. I like the comment from Rochelle, Denny. We shall say after the fish and the chichi done, they start to show bad face. Well, you needed to send for some more chichi and fish, Michelle. Now, mind you, it goes to the perseverance and so on of our people because they struggled, they sacrificed, and many of them stayed there and they've been overseas for 30 years, 40 years. They have bought their own property. They've built property here as well. I mean, they've done well. They weathered the initial storm and they've done well. But you can't sit down there and tell them about low salaries because if they're honest, they go laugh in your face and they go say, is low salaries why the America? Or is low salaries why I had to come to Canada? Or the UK? Or Tortola? Even when I was teaching in the 1990s, my principal at Westwood left to go to Turks and Caicos to teach. And he was a principal there. I don't know if he was a principal over there, if he reached there eventually and he died recently. And many of our qualified teachers in the mid-1990s to late 1990s, even early 2000, left St. Vincent and the Grenadines to go to places like Turks and Caicos and so on to teach. Qualified teachers. Why? Because the salary went small. The salaries were small. And the taxes were high. Listen. You see teachers leaving St. Vincent and Grenadines and Joves to go to a friend of mine who lives in is Tortola boy. Message me the other day. He says, Sian, help me please. I'm trying to find 2 English teachers. He said, I'm messaging all body and nobody now study me. He's in Tortola. Because let me tell you what teachers saying right now. Teachers saying right now, hold on. Me I graduate, right? So I'm making $4,000 a month. 4,000 EC. I might go to Tortola and I might make the equivalent of 6,000 EC in Tortola. $2,000 more, if so much. But I had to pay rent, and rent ain't cheap. And I had to pay. No, if you're young and you have no bills and so on, you live home, you have no children, and you want to do that shootout, fine. Somebody may jump at that. But our Vincentians are looking at things now, and they're not just looking at the salary. They're looking at what you can do with the salary where you are. Somebody, what you could do with a salary of $4,000 in St. Vincent and Grenadines, you cannot do with it in Antigua, 4,000 EC, or in St. Kitts and Nevis. It's as simple as that. You cannot survive the same way. That you could call name, or you could call name. You could call name. I could call name. We could call name. Teacher, police, nurse. I remember saying back then when I made this statement and got in trouble. I remember saying then that at the time, and I was honest as could be, at the time when I was making the comment, I was thinking of my very own sister. And I know she's on live this morning. Sister Audrey Richardson. I see your comment. I was thinking of my very own sister when I made the comment. my sister who I lived with, my older sister, one, a lot of them older than me, my elder sister, or an elder sister of mine who was in nursing, did her years in nursing and so on. I lived with her when I was going to school, to teachers college and so on. And she was a nurse many years. And she left her nursing job and went away. And she has said to me time and time and time and time again. And if I'm lying, I'm sure she's on the live right now. If I'm lying, she could answer. I'll call her name. She said, when I day up here, when I look at what is happening at home, had I stayed, I would have been in a much better position. She would have been in a much better position in St. Vincent than she is in the US. Because salaries are significantly better now. But more than that, accompanying policies enable Vincentian public servants to do well. And let me say this, let me say this. Many make it sound as if it's government only, because the survey talks about private sector. And in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, government salaries are on par or even better than private sector salaries, So when it says St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it talks about market value. It talks about paying market value. So they should focus on private sector salaries, because I'll tell you this, in places like Antigua and Barbados and St. Kitts, people work in the private sector, people running from government sector. People who work for government. In St. Vincent, everybody will work for government. Somebody was really in an experience that they had at a particular business place. All right. At 11 and a half years, Franklin, I know Franklin was in Chateaubriand. At 11 and a half years, he was making $1,300 as a policeman, 1991. Well, yeah, I could ask Franklin, we didn't know, because Franklin ain't in Vincent and the Grenadines. He ain't in Vincent and the Grenadines. Somebody was, as I was saying, somebody was really an experience with Timmy Denny, a private business place. Because, as I was saying, when you're outside, people who commenting on the news piece, there's news, but on the piece, are focusing on government salaries, but not government salaries, private sector salaries. Because if you look at the article talks about pay at or above market value. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, generally speaking, apart from certain corporations and certain level, really, government salaries are actually better than a lot of the private sector. So somebody who's working in private industry in Barbados, especially in tourism, making good money. Hotel and tourism in Antigua, same thing. In those places, people in Russia breaking down the door to work with government. In the private sector, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, people breaking down the door to work with government. So I was documenting Franklin, I'm telling me no Franklin. That is a comment that he made. The person was saying that, and I had the experience a lot too as well, that if St. Vincent and the Grenadines is really to push forward with our tourism product, then our biggest challenge is our workers.
That's a fact. Huge challenge.
The attitude towards work. Do I come to work calling in sick every minute and all kind of thing. Attitude towards work. And that is why they might break down government door for work with government, because you could do all of that, don't come work and whatever, and keep the work. There's no performance appraisal and so on. So you could shaft the government and get paid. I always say, I've said many times, a significant percentage of our public servants cannot work in the private sector. They wouldn't last a month. They wouldn't last. The attitude. And that attitude is what happens, because when you go if you go to a bar, for example, Denny, it is very rare that you go to a bar today and next year you go to the same bar or the restaurant and the same employees are there. It's the quickest turnover. My brethren have a business, and he talks to me, and the challenge he has finding good employees, because they come, they talk a good story, but once they start, problems. You know, people who live in North America, people who live in Europe, people who have businesses. Listen, you know how frustrating it is when your employees show up late to work and tell you, oh, they couldn't get van. They couldn't get van. Or rain break down the same time and they didn't have an umbrella. Listen, it is because of the attitude towards work where you're supposed to get to work for 8. You know how the traffic does run, but you think it's okay to leave home at 7:30 and be caught up in traffic in the bus and get to work at 20 past 8. And that's okay. It ain't okay. And for a private sector organization, for private probation, you wouldn't pass the probation. So we have that attitude. But what salary and pay? Really? I tell you. Look, our government has done a remarkable job in improving the lives of Vincentians through salary increases and tax reduction. You know, imagine in 2001, somebody making $25,000 a year, and that was me, eh? In 2001, qualified teacher making 22 something a month. So it's over 25,000, just about 25,000, a little bit more. I was paying tax on $13,000 of that salary, because at that time, it was only the first $12,000 that was exempt from taxes. So the first 12,000, no taxes, but the next 13, I was paying tax on it. Good tax too. Couple $100 a month. No. Today, that same person making $25,000 is paying tax on $3,000, because the first $22,000 is exempt. So your tax is $20. Actually, I can tell you the exact amount right now. Your tax is negligible. Let me go and get the tax, eh? So I could tell you. Let me tell you the tax exactly. For somebody who making $2,500, well, 22 something a month, right? Let me get the exact tax. Right. So you're making 22, let's say 2270 something today. Well, you know, uh, $5.67 tax today.
Monthly.
Monthly. When I was working with the government back then in 2001 as a teacher, making that money, I was paying much more than that. Much, much more than that. Because instead of being taxed on $3,000, I was being taxed on $13,000. So there are many things to consider when we talk about the money. And come next year, that person making $25,000 ain't paying no tax at all from January. So your $2,200 salary, safe. All is yours. All is yours. Not under the NDP. When you hear with something that they read, there's so much more to take into consideration. So much more. And I always make the point that today you do not see your qualified teachers and a graduate going off, leaving their jobs to go and do anything else outside of their training. You don't see that. You don't see that. You don't see a qualified teachers and so on and so forth in bigger countries. Even something, something, right? If you're making, let's look at and we even start to touch the minimum wage, Denny, minimum wage discussion. If you're making $3,500 a month in the US, making $3,500 a month here, and you are renting a 2-bedroom apartment, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Canarsie, where the difference is that you might be able to say, well, boy, I could send $500 if you can, $500 to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and there's $1,300 something that you could save some money if you could make the sacrifice. But what you're able to do with your money, you can do more. You are able to do so much more in St. Vincent and the Grenadines than you're able to do in the US with the same money, dollar for dollar. Same money, dollar for dollar. I mean, in 2015, I was paying $1,750 for a 2-bedroom. in Canarsie? 1750. I don't know what rent is like now in Canarsie, but I'm pretty sure it ain't less. So if I pay 1750 for 2 bedroom in Canarsie, when I go downtown, is how much for that? 2,500. So imagine you making 3,500 in New York. You gotta live home. But somebody here could rent a 2-bedroom apartment for $700, for $800, for $1,000 here in this country. So yeah, our cost of living matches our salary because our cost of living also very low compared to all of the countries around us. And that's the important thing. That's the important thing.
All right. Well said. I like the analogy you put on the table, but it's time for us to take a commercial break. It's 8:24.5. Continue to keep it locked in. All right, here on the Star.
More this Christmas when you purchase an Instacash ticket. Yes. Buy a bingo or cash stash ticket and you can win ham or grog instantly. Instacash, fast, easy to play, and you can win instant ham or grog for the holidays. Get your winning coupon stating ham or grog at any Lotto agent and redeem at the NLA headquarters, Walls Avenue. Non-winning coupons will state Happy Christmas. Eligible coupons can be redeemed up to January 15th, 2024. Promotion ends December 31st, 2023. Win instant ham or grog. NLA terms and conditions apply.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry
Christmas
Christmas!
Day, November 28th. There'll be thousands of dollars to be won. A Lotto jackpot of that college education.
Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Next Lotto jackpot,
Hardware has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And now, get the same low prices on all your light hardware needs. This holiday season, get 20% off all paints, windows, and doors at General Hardware Supplies. That's the lowest price anywhere in SPG. So this Christmas, come to General Hardware Allisville for all your painting, building, and light hardware needs. Cause nobody beats the General with this massive 20% off paints, windows, and doors. Bring the colors of the world into your home with Kaleidoscope paints. Now available at General Hardware Supplies.
House, decorating or updating, we supply high-quality engineered hardwood flooring, cerebral planks, and a wide assortment of standard frames. We also supply wall and floor tiles and tiling-related products. How about your staircase? We have railings, posts, spigots in metal, stainless steel, wood, and glass to make your staircase a centerpiece. We offer personalized selection and shipping from Canada to SVG. Contact Marlon on WhatsApp 289-200-7649 or District Stairs on Facebook.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$700,000. That's for Super 6 jackpot from midday Tuesday, November 28th. It's $700,000.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
I hear that Gunsam's master paint is great. Quality is really good. You know anything about that?
Last year, I bought paint at Gunsam's for the inside of the house and it looks great.
Do they have paint for the outside too?
Yes, Gunsam's has paint for the inside, outside, concrete, and galvanized roof and floors.
You convinced me. I think I'm going to try master paint. I sure hope I get a good price.
Well, you won't be disappointed. They have 15% going right now.
Only 15% discount? I could get higher discount somewhere else.
Hold on, friend. Remember, all discounts are not alike. It's what you pay that counts. Go to Gunsam's for the best quality paint.
Visit Gunsam's Hardware on Granby Street between the NIS car park and
What if you could marry that idyllic view of the outside to the warmth and comfort of the inside. No more barriers to that perfect panoramic view, filling up the entire room with natural light and cool breezes, creating that seamless transition between here and there. Discover the beauty of our bifold patio doors from Kendra's aluminum products. Two spaces have now become one smooth flowing space with a simple flick of a handle. Blur the lines and make your sanctuary spectacular. Enjoy outdoor living from the inside out with a touch of modern elegance. Transform your living spaces. A room with a view now belongs to only you. Visit our showrooms today and ask about our bifold patio doors. Another quality product from Kendra's Aluminum. Kendra's Aluminum Products exports to all islands in the Caribbean region. Call our export team today for assistance. Kendra's Aluminum Products Limited, a tradition of excellence. The tourism industry in St. Vincent and the Grenadines employs thousands of hardworking men and women, providing services as taxi operators, tour guides and tour operators, short-term vehicle rentals, and comfortable accommodations. Many have been trained, licensed, and approved by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority. Be sure to only use tourism-approved service providers. A message from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority.
Sandra, where you going in such a hurry?
Y'all, I have so much stuff I need to buy. I need to get to town fast. Plus, it's end of month.
What you really need to buy, so?
Well, I need to look for a swimsuit for my pool party Sunday. I need to pick up my medication, and I need some nails to fix the door, and I have to get something to eat. Oh yes, and I need to buy some grease and go bank to get some money for all that.
Sandra, you can get all those things at the Joshua Center.
But true?
Yes, girl, everything.
The Joshua Center has everything for you, from clothes to decor, and even grab a drink and lunch too. It's all here just for you.
The SPG National 9 Mornings Committee, celebrating a unique Vincentian tradition. Beat an oil drum, knock a bottle and spoon, bring your own Christmas character, and join us on the streets of Kingstown for a vibrant, colorful parade of splendor. Dance groups, community groups, sweet sounds of band, bump drum, lights, and more at 6 p.m. Receive warm greetings of joy, peace, and love from various speakers, and witness the official turning on of the sparkling lights in the square. Enjoy an evening of blessings and clean entertainment from SVG's best performers. It's the official launch of the SVG NLA 9 Mornings Christmas Festival 2023, Sunday, 3rd December at Heritage Square.
What would you like for Christmas? Just bring cash money. That's all we want. Last year you bring all kinds of things. Joy's galore, a joyous feeling. The children, they have plenty fun. They can't wait for this year Christmas to come. Every day they keep counting, and every day's remaining. They don't hear me complaining about the hardship I facing. Santa boy, I'm telling you, I just have to let you know. It's been real rough, deep all year. Bring cash money, Santa just bring cash money. Bring cash money, plenty money. I'm begging you, bring cash money. Bring cash money, bring cash money, plenty money. We want money to buy some food, money to pay we rent, money to buy a drink, money. Don't have us some money to fix me more money and make me your money for the whole country. Boy, Christmas gonna be nice this year.
Have you been noticing? It's the most wonderful time of the year.
This year you don't have to worry. Just relax yourself and listen to me. You don't have to waste time shopping. And most of all, there is no game wrapping. It will be so exciting. We'll be jumping and waving. Don't worry about the children. Them and all will be smiling. Once again, I'm telling you, everyone wants you to know. It's been real tough, the whole year. Bring cash money, Santa just bring cash money. Bring cash money, plenty money. I'm begging you, bring cash money. Bring cash money. Bring cash money. Plenty money. We want money. To buy a shoe money. To buy a hand money. A rocket ship money. A strike money. To buy a friend money. And buy a store money. For the whole country. We want money to buy a cup money, a pot of money to buy a city money, and human being money to buy a car money, and buy a ground money for the whole country.
Lawrence Jack, the Koyaba.
Money, just bring me some money.
This is your partner.
So you have money for Viagra? Or Koyaba? It's not man want what he wants. Let me leave Koyaba alone. Koyaba is your business, it's not mine. It's my partner, yes. Yeah, but it's my partner.
We're gonna play one more. I don't know if you heard this one yet.
No. Time enough, no. I don't want.
This is Ozari.
I hear that. Time enough. Time up, man. Time enough.
Let me Ozari.
Give me what you owe me. Tell me. I don't want hear no story. Tell me. You're passing me like you don't know me. Tell me. And when I got you be a bossy. Tell me. Just give me what you owe me. Tell me. I don't want hear no story. Tell me. You're passing me like you don't know me. Tell me. And when I got you be a bossy. Tell me. Yeah. Not a soul with me this Christmas. Not I'm collecting all the cash for Christmas. Everything. I'm moving like a taxman this Christmas. Serious thing, you know. Like a bounty hunter this Christmas. Oh yeah, you're always in the latest. On every A-list, in every party. Jiggy, Johnny and Henny. You always come with that story. But a woman having a baby. But we not seeing no baby. Definitely please give me what you owe me. Pay me. I don't want to hear no story. Pay me. You're passing me like you don't know me. Pay me. And when I got you be a bossy. Pay me. Just give me what you owe me. Pay me. I don't want to hear no story. Pay me. You're passing me like you don't know me. Pay me. And when I got you be a bossy. Pay me. Yeah. It's enough now. It's enough now. I tell you that now. Things with me real rough now. If I step in the yard, you know it's not a bluff. Real serious, you know. If I step in the yard, police will lock me up. Oh yeah, you're always in the latest. On every A-list, in every party. Jiggy, Johnny and Henny. You always come with that story. But a woman having a baby. But we not seeing no baby. Definitely just give me what you owe me. Pay me. I don't want to hear no story. Pay me. You're passing me like you don't know me. Pay me. And when I got you be a bossy. Pay me. Just give me what you owe me. Pay me. I don't want to hear no story. Pay me. You're passing me like you don't know me. Pay me. And when I got you be a bossy. Pay me. Yeah. Not a soul with me this Christmas. I'm collecting all my cash for Christmas. Everything. I'm moving like a taxman this Christmas. Serious thing, you know. Like a bounty hunter this Christmas. Oh yeah, you're always in the latest. On every A-list, in every party. Jiggy, Johnny and Henny. You always come with that story. But a woman having a baby. But we not seeing no baby. Definitely just give me what you owe me. Pay me. I don't want to hear no story. Pay me. You're passing me like you don't know me. Pay me. And when I got you be a bossy. Pay me. Just give me what you owe me. Pay me. I don't want to hear no story. Pay me. You're passing me like you don't know me. Pay me. And when I got you be a bossy. Pay me. Yeah. It's enough now. It's enough now. I tell you that now. Things with me real rough now. If I step in the yard, you know it's not a bluff. Real serious, you know. If I step in the yard, police will lock me up. Oh yeah.
All right, yeah, that's Ozari. Too much baby inside of it though. And I didn't really get the good sort of Christmas parang vibe.
It wasn't. Yeah. I was thinking something. Too many things happening with the arrangement there. But clearly, he has something to tell promoters. Cause by the way, all the players are for he's Ragazoka Monarch.
Who are you?
CDC.
Well, I know Rosario ought to be paid.
Because if because CDC might be at the top of your list, CDC might be at the top of Rosario's list, eh? Okay.
I know.
Because the man say you owe him, right?
I think it's so bad.
Okay, just making sure because you know what I'm saying. But that was already there. He brought Pastor and Bishop fighting with the carnival, which was one of my favorite songs. Yeah, but this parang day, me you know, Tammy gave him 3 out of 10. Well, I ain't grading him. That's his contribution for Christmas and prayer. Just pretty man. That's all. You know what I mean? It depends. Ill is not getting you would pretty man. So that's Ozari. But you know who getting paid? Public servants. Yeah. Public servants getting paid soon. Might be today, might be tomorrow. You get paid. There has never been a single instance where public servants had to wait until the middle of the next month or the 5th or the 10th of the next month to get paid under this ULP administration. You know what a wage bill is? $30 million per month. Per month. Those of you who and that's government wage bill. Those of you who said in wrong news story and chatting politics. I saw one person commented that people has borrow the stake loans for the airfare and so on vacation when they go and travel.
That's a normal thing.
Listen,
it's a normal thing.
When people retarded, there are people who are trying to get into this type of debate, but there is no depth to them. Really, there's no depth whatsoever to them. I traveled. The first time I traveled on my own as an well, maybe not the first time, because my mother had sent me to St. Lucia a couple of times and so on in the 80s. But I was walking this time. So yes, I should say on my own, because those times, parents sending me and so on. 1994, I was going to Suriname. It's the only time I went to Guyana in my life, because we went to Guyana and then went over to Suriname. And I borrowed money from a lending institution to do that. Now, mind you, since then I've decided never, ever to do it again. But people do it. People. They that's why institutions have what are called vacation loans. So when I saw that comment as in an attempt to paint the situation in St. Vincent and Grenadines, look in Trader, there's the loans for carnival, for costume.
And we started with it,
I mean, come on.
We started with it.
Come on.
Christmas loans, it's that time of the year, and I heard hearing credit unions in some instances up to 25,000 coming. Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
I mean, if you go and take $5,000 for carnival, listen, anyhow, your priorities mixed up.
We have a call though. Good morning.
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 Everybody gets paid for this every end of the month. You can put your pot on fire for this government thing. You never show your money either by the credit union or the bank or wherever this goes. So share, put the pot for boil because it's coming home with either chicken, pork, whatever, fish, and then no, they're going to cook because they don't get their salary. Under this ULP government, anybody could say that when the month done, they must get them salary. Thank God for you as the government. Thank God for the Honorable Dr. Urazi Gonsalves, who we're going to put back there in 2025 when God spare our life. 6 in a row. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Navon, well, that's the case, yes. Put your part on the fire every month. Public servants, salary, sure, there's no problem relative to that.
No,
All right.
no, not at all. And that level of security is what enables the banks and the credit unions and the quick cash and so on to lend money, because they know the public servants of this country, they're good for it. They know the public servants are good for it, because this government ensures that its workers are paid and paid on time. So, I mean, I didn't, and I told Denny this yesterday, we're not going to shy away from the discussion, you know. We welcome the discussion. We do not pick and choose which discussion we engage in, you know. We engage in all. We engage in all the discussions. So the thing is, when they think they could politicize it, oh, labor. I like Dr. Gonzalez was saying last night in the lecture, seems the other party is saying, look, when you vote me, oil prices will never increase again. I on the board of OPEC, so you ain't got to worry about that. No shipping prices going, the cost of shipping going up at all, cement ain't going up. Climate change will stop. And in this instance, St. Vincent and the Grenadines would have the highest paid salaries in the whole region. So vote them. Well, there is a word. There is a word that I have. I think the young people use it, but this TikToker who sounds like African because of his accent. I'm not sure which country in Africa. But he uses the word quite often in his deliberations. The word is Dilulu. Dilulu.
Stick up in there. Let's take another call. Hello, good morning.
There you have it. You have video on Facebook when you buy a Alexander. Don't get it. They will tell you how the NDP just treat the people. Try to get it.
All right, we'll have a look at it.
The way how they treat the people. Mouth open story jump out.
Brian Alexander? Nah. Denny, we gotta jump on, we gotta look for that fast. Yeah. I'm sure one of our listeners have that. Because our listeners are normally very very quick on these things, and it's interesting that I ain't get it yet. But more to jump out. Lavon says, well, must be an interesting story. Must be an interesting story. Ah, boy. We go find it. Somebody give me. Until we can appreciate where we are. Now, granted, I completely understand that as people, as humans, we are in a constant state of dissatisfaction, and that is encouraged. So that is why people go on the study, and they do all they need to do to then somebody said, give me now. Somebody said it, give me.
That's how the scoop is.
Then
Man.
somebody said it to give me. You want me to take a break so you could go through it and
It's in the check star WhatsApp too. So
I tell you, our listeners are something else, boy. Thank you very much.
Let's take a break. Take
a little quick break and we come back.
Yeah.
I hear that Gunsam's master paint is great and the quality is really good. You know anything about that?
Last year, I bought paint at Gunsam's for the inside of the house and it looks great.
Do they have paint for the outside too?
Yes, Gunsam's has paint for the inside, outside, concrete and galvanized roof and floors.
You convinced me. I think I'm going to try master paint. I sure hope I get a good price.
Well, you won't be disappointed. They have 15% win right now.
Only 15% discount? I could get higher discount somewhere else.
Hold on, friend. Remember, all discounts are not alike. It's what you pay that counts. Go to Gunsam's for the best quality paints.
Visit Gunsam's Hardware on Granby Street between the NIS car park and Kiss.
What if you could marry that idyllic view of the outside to the warmth and comfort of the inside? No more barriers to that perfect panoramic view, filling up the entire room with natural light and cool breezes, creating that seamless transition between here and there. Discover the beauty of our bifold patio doors from Kendra's aluminum products. Two spaces have now become one smooth flowing space with a simple flick of a handle. Blur the lines and make your sanctuary spectacular. Enjoy outdoor living from the inside out with a touch of modern elegance. Transform your living spaces. A room with a view now belongs to only you. Visit our showrooms today and ask about our bifold patio doors. Another quality product from Kendra's Aluminum. Kendra's aluminum products exports to all islands in the Caribbean region. Call our export team today for assistance. Kendra's Aluminum Products Limited, a tradition of excellence.
The tourism industry in St. Vincent and the Grenadines employs thousands of hardworking men and women, providing services as taxi operators, tour guides and tour operators, short-term vehicle rentals, and comfortable accommodations. Many have been trained, licensed, and approved by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority. Be sure to only use tourism-approved service providers. A message from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority.
Sandra, where you going in such a hurry?
Y'all, I have so much stuff I need to buy. I need to get to town fast. Plus, it's end of month.
But what you really need to buy, so?
Well, I need to look for a swimsuit for my pool party Sunday. I need to pick up my medication. And I need some nails to fix the door. And I have to get something to eat. Oh, yes. And I need to buy some grease and go bank to get some money for all that.
But Sandra, you can get all those things at the Joshua Center.
For true?
Yes, girl, everything.
The Joshua Center has everything for you, from clothes to decor, and even grab a drink and lunch too. It's all here, just for you.
The SPG National 9 Mornings Committee, celebrating a unique Vincentian tradition. Beat an oil drum, knock a bottle and spoon, bring your own Christmas character, and join us on the streets of Kingstown for a vibrant, colorful parade of splendor. Dance groups, community groups, sweet sounds of band, bum drum, lights, and more at 6 p.m. Receive warm greetings of joy, peace, and love from various speakers, and witness the official turning on of the sparkling lights in the square. Enjoy an evening of blessings and clean entertainment from SVG's best performers. It's the official launch of the SVG NLA 9 Mornings Christmas Festival 2023, Sunday, 3rd December at Heritage Square.
National Lotteries Authority is giving you more this Christmas when you purchase an Instacash ticket. Yes, buy a bingo or cash stash ticket and you can win ham or grog instantly. Instacash, fast, easy to play, and you can win instant ham or grog for the holidays. Get your winning coupons stating ham or grog at any lotto agent and redeem at the NLA headquarters, Falls Avenue. Non-winning coupons will state Happy Christmas. Eligible coupons can be redeemed up to January 15th, 2024. Promotion ends December 31st, 2023. Win instant ham or grog. NLA terms and conditions apply. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Plywood Hardware has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And now, get the same low prices on all your light hardware needs. This holiday season, get 20% off all paints, windows, and doors. doors at General Hardware Supplies. That's the lowest price anywhere in SVG. So this Christmas, come to General Hardware at Arnisvale for all your painting, building, and light hardware needs. Cause nobody beats the General with this massive 20% off paints, windows, and doors. Bring the colors of the world into your home with Kaleidoscope paints. Now available at General Hardware Supplies.
November 28th, there'll be thousands of dollars to be won. A lotto jackpot of $300,000. A new home, car, or that college education.
Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Next Lotto jackpot, $300,000.
And yet the fact that there's another 700,000 available on the Super 6. As you want Sion say he's playing today, but he has until about 11:45 to purchase a ticket. He hasn't purchased that ticket just yet. But until 11:45, 700,000 smackaroos. All right.
I really don't understand why you.
So just about $1 million available today. You know?
I really don't understand why you feel you could
get what?
Yeah.
Do what?
Nothing.
Well,
right. It's all right, man. No problem.
Is that all right?
Yeah, it's all right. No problem.
All right, cool, good. Just make sure you go buy a ticket. All right.
Okay.
All right.
No problem.
You can give me the money. I
said no problem. I said no problem. You know what the problem mean? No problem. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Denny.
All right. Good. Get on top.
Boy, sometimes, anyhow, you just gotta leave it until because sometimes some people, some people. But it's a beautiful morning, and we were happy that you joined us this morning. We hope that you enjoy this morning's program. You know, and like I said, you're reflecting on last night's lecture, Denny, because there's a lot of food for thought. Look, I guess from time to time we could revisit the whole issue of salaries and so on, because if nothing else, I believe this story has given us a wake-up call and pointed us to the reality that, hey, y'all need to talk about what the ULP has done for workers' salaries in our country, because we haven't been talking a lot about it. And so instead of running from it, we'd embrace it. We'd embrace the opportunity to talk about it. Yeah, we'd embrace the opportunity to talk about it. So those who figure that, look, boy, let me run with the story here, because we have the lowest salaries in listen, no problem. Let me talk. So we are now able to discuss openly. We are now able to discuss directly the policies of the government that have impacted the way Vincentians are able, or Vincentians have had their lives transformed. What transformative policies, you know, from little job salary to proper salary, the kind of salary that enable. Thank you very much, Cecile. Got it. The kind of salary that allows you to live reasonably. And I'll tell you this, it doesn't matter how much money you make, you'll always want more money. Trust me. That's the way life is, because we are in a permanent state of dissatisfaction. So, but we have the chance, we have the opportunity to really come out and talk about what government has done over the last 22 years. I believe yesterday we talked about about 17 different instances of salary increase.
Yep, over the last 22 years.
17.
Significant.
3 increases in the minimum wage, and a 4th due for January. So we can talk about what we've done, how we've done our part in raising these salaries and these standards for Vincentian workers. We can talk about that, and this article gives us an opportunity to talk about how we've improved Vincentian lives. We can do the comparisons regionally, and remember I said a few months ago when I was talking about the comparisons made about our tourism and so on, I always ask, let's talk about where it was in 2001 comparatively, and also in terms of our own individual context, and let me talk about where it is now. That's it. And once you engage in that discussion, but that is not the discussion they would want to hear. I promise you, if you tell them, okay, fine, let's talk about salaries. Let's talk about where we were in 2001. Oh, yeah, I'll go back to 2001. Well, the war didn't start today. St. Vincent didn't start today. Salaries didn't start today. So let me talk about where we were in 2001 and where we are now. Let's talk about where we are comparatively, and let's talk of where we were comparatively. Let's talk of where we were with real salaries and real income in 2001, include taxes, cost of living, and so forth, and what Vincentian public workers were able to do with their salary in 2001 and what they're able to do now. Let's have a full discussion, but they will never. They'll want to stay at today. The article talking about today. It's like the Palestinian conflict, Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Everybody wants to start at October 7th. Oh, what Hamas did on October 7th. But Guterres says what happened on October 7th didn't happen in a vacuum. You have to go back to the years and years of occupation and oppression and bombing and so forth. So let's not do the conflict start on October 7th analysis. Let's not do the issue of salary started on the 20th of November, whenever that story was written. Let's do a broad discussion. But I promise you, they will never.
All right, well, it's 9 o'clock, so we got to wrap it up indeed here on a Tuesday morning. For all those who followed us on the live Facebook feed, Ian just seals. What's the new person's name again? Is it Julian?
Julian. I can't remember the last name.
From the time he heard Tommy name, he just kind of took a back seat.
Tommy,
that's a little cheap shot. Yes, but all who joined us, Facebook page, of course, listened on our assigned frequency 98.3, also on the Flow Setup Box channel 0784. That's where the star is at on the Flow Setup Box. Have yourself a good one. Certainly was a pleasure. Monique is already in studio as always. She's very, very early, and good breakfast this morning. Tommy, you'll love it. Can't tell you what it is.
Can't tell you what it is.
Can't say. All right. But we're going Chichi tomorrow. Chichi.
Yeah.
Huh?
I gotta tell Monique stop that.
Chichi cake.
Because there's no way tomorrow. I gotta drop my mother airport tomorrow and that kind of thing. So no, sorry. I'm sorry. No. Monique Thursday.
I'll WhatsApp some for you.
Thursday. you want to go down the road and pull Monique out the van?
Chichi cake a pocket. You remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? No. Chichi cake a pocket.
No.
When you go into the office, ask PM Gonzalez about that.
Okay.
Chichi cake a pocket.
I'll ask you. No problem.
Folks, have yourself a good one, and God's willing, well, I'll be back with you tomorrow, and Sian will, time me again. Sian will be on Thursday morning, as I said. All right, have a good one, and keep it locked in here on the Star.